Yo, what is going on? This is your boy R.P.L. A little early streamage on Saturday. How's everybody doing? Everybody's doing well. What is going on, AL? How you doing, man? So I'm gonna start doing a little bit more lives talking about different subjects. We need to have some little conversations, and I decided to have this conversation with the fellas, see to give their 2 cents on this, and which is, are black men's beauty standards too low? Are we willing to accept a low beauty standards even though we don't deserve it? Or how come we don't ask for higher beauty standards? That's the question. That is the question, and we're going to try to get some answers today. And I'll say that we just put up with it. A lot of us don't like the stuff that our women are doing or have done. Some of us put up with it, and some of us, our beauty standards are all over this place. I mean, when you have guys in the space that say Steph Curry's a damn 8, I question the other women in your area. Oh, Steph Curry's an 8. I'm sorry, but as far as I'm concerned, she is a 5, or BDS will say a 4. She's like an average chick out here, and you're saying that is an 8. You out here with like an obese woman on TikTok, happy as a mug. Because your beauty standards are way too low. Way too low. Your standards for yourself are way too low. You don't think you deserve better. And that is something that has been ingrained in you when you were a child. The whole accept me as I am BS that other men are following because of their women had told them that since I said, since a very early age. They just accept that woman for who she is. Don't care if she's 300 pounds. Don't care if she's got a couple of kids, that has followed you to where you are now. It has. And we need to get to the bottom of it. Why are your beauty standards lacking? Why? Why is it that black men think that they don't deserve better? Why is it that black men accept less? A lot of times, less than what they should. There's no reason why a lot of black men are accepting big chicks, especially those that have not done anything for them. We're the only race of men that will do that. We go out to choose that. We don't try to go for the best possible versions that we can go to. Now, do all black men do that? No. I'm one of them. I'm sorry. I'm not. My standards are very, very high. I'm a very picky person. And there was one point in time where I just say, let me lower my standards. One of the worst mistakes I ever made in my life. It's like, oh, hell no, I cannot do this. Now, I will say that the Z's are picking up that mantle as far as not having low standards when it comes to their women. But still, time and time again, I still see the same stuff, even around my city. I remember a store. I was going to this pizza restaurant, and there was this woman that was at the counter. I think she was like around about maybe 40, 45. And she was just like an average chick. She was a little bit heavy set, the rolls on the back, stuff like that. You know, she was like a 5. And I see this one guy just walk past, and he would be like, yeah, I like that. And I was looking at him like, she ain't nothing special, man. See, this is one of the reasons why women are doing the things that they're doing. One of the reasons is like, I think BJS was saying this on Court's show, and this was something that even Sister George said. A lot of you guys ain't gonna leave these chicks. That's why they're not going to change. A lot of you guys are not going to leave these chicks. A lot of you guys are not going to go the SYSBM route or picking up your sack and walking away. Because secretly you do like chicks like that. If you're saying that Steph Curry is a 10 or a 9 or whatever you want, what you guys said to start picking on Steph Curry, you got to reevaluate yourself. And you have to be truthful about what it is that you're looking at. See, over here, we talk about what's real or what's not. The vagina is magical. That shit ain't magical just because you can have a key. If you let the vagina hold you like that, you got problems. Seriously, if you think the vagina is that damn magical and think that, oh, it ain't that bad, come on, man. We need to, as men, to have better standards when it comes to our women. And we need to go ahead and say it to them. We're not going to date you if you do this. We're not going to date you if you do that. We're not going to date you if you weigh this much or have this amount of body fat percentage or whatever it is. We need to have strict standards when they're dealing with these women. Stop just accepting anything. You are worth having the best woman that you could possibly get. You do not devalue yourself just for some pussy. Don't devalue yourself just because it has a pussy. When those guys said that Steph Curry was a 8, Steph Curry, who is making a living off of YouTube talking about Kevin Samuels 24/7 times a day. She talks shit more to black men a day, but you guys will go over there and simp for her. Why? But then come back here and be R.P.L. Why is that standard? Why do you have that standard? That you're willing to simp over there for her, but then when come over here and act like you fake R.P.L. Have a standard. When you get a chick, you tell her, yo, you are overweight. You getting a little bit heavy. It's time for you to lose some weight. And she starts yelling at you. It's like, listen, I told you what you need to hear. You don't like it, that's on you. But keep in mind that if you get any heavier than this, I will leave you. You got to be cold with it. You think other races of men are out there afraid of their women to tell them that? They're not. Trust me, they're not. Other races of men are more harder on their women than we are. It's because they have a standard. We need to be the same. If you are in my presence, this is what I expect out of you. This is what I expect out of you. And if you don't meet my standards, guess what? I'm not going to deal with you. There needs to be consequences for their bad actions, for their unwillingness to care or to cater to you. Because all this really is saying, really, in hindsight, is they have to cater to you. Them catering to you. If you accept low standards, that means you don't care that the woman that you have is catering to you. You don't care about that. Oh, she ain't got to lose weight. I'll deal with it. Why? Your chick is gaining weight and she don't want to do nothing about it and she don't care. Leave. And I'll say this all the way from the President of the United States all the way down to the lowly ditch digger. If you're not happy in the situations you're in, leave. If your girl automatically just decides one day she wants to have blue fucking hair, and you tell her, yo, don't put that shit in your hair no more, I don't like it. And she comes yapping out at the mouth, I don't care what you say. You say, you know what? Bet. Go out the door. And tell her the only time you're going to come back is when that shit's out your head. That's what you should do. because you letting them know at the very beginning that you have a standard and you're not going to bend that. Especially something that you don't like. You know you don't like it. You know you don't like that 300-pound woman on top of you, thinking that she's gonna get on top and ride her wave. Why are you accepting that much pressure? Stop accepting that pressure. That's too much pressure. uh, just stop it. So that's my little preamble to this. I'm gonna go ahead and drop the link. We're gonna go ahead and get this party started. Let's go ahead and drop the StreamYard link. Crap. I do one. There we go. Copy and paste. That is the StreamYard link. Go ahead and get this party started. Go ahead and take this banner off so that way it won't interfere. But no, that's what I want to know. Why are we accepting low standards like that? What's going on? R.P.L, the number one truck in the room.
What's good, Order Idmore and Rage? You know you my dude, bro. Uh say I'm going tonight to see Corey Holcomb. I slid down in my hometown last night to kick it with the fellas. And we was all, just in there, talking and whatnot. One of the brothers, he talking about he went to Dubai. He's talking about how you ain't got to put up with this shit. He went to Amsterdam too, and next thing come up, they talking about Corey Holcomb in town. I'm like, shit, that's R.P.L King, man. I got to go shit. I got to go support this nigga because he finna straight roast all of them. For real. So if they think they finna come out dressed up, looking good, he still finna fuck their lives up. He finna fuck them up. You ain't shit. What you come here for? Shit. Y'all average. At best.
Mm-hmm.
It's crazy. And I looked up and I forgot I put the notification on for your stream today. And I say, look what he talking about. It's same issue. It's same. What made me decide, I say, you know what? I tell my other cousin, say, yeah, go and get the tickets. When I come down there, I give you the cash on hand. I was like, I'm like, these motherfuckers have truly lost their mind just talking to men out the side of their neck. You can't tell me this, you can't tell me that. Who go check me, boo? This all about me. You can't tell me nothing. And then, but I want a man like this. I want a man like that. I want this. I say, man, these motherfuckers got some audacity to have all the wants in their qualification list, but in the checklist of getting shit done and accomplishing shit and accountability and ownership, nigga, it's flatline all the way on the other side. Dudes ain't got time for it no more. We just really don't. But I digress.
No, you're right. And I'll say this: if you don't accept anything, you deserve what you get. If you don't make it known that this is who you are, these are the attributes that I'm looking for. This is what you need to have so that way you can be with me and hold that line. You deserve what you get because closed mouths don't get fed. If you want to be fed, if you want to be nourished in the way that you need to be, then you need to open your mouth and tell somebody. A lot of times, and I've said this before, I think a lot of black men don't want to tell black women this. This is the first time that you heard black men actually say this stuff that we're saying on this side of the world. But when you go out here and like I said, when I talk to my cousins and stuff like that, they say the same stuff out there. They'll say, "Hey, you can't say that, man. You can't say that." It's like, why can't I have a standard? Why can't I express my standard? Fuck just having it. I need to express it. If I don't want a woman to look in a certain type of way, then damn, guess what? I have to express that. But a lot of guys don't want to express what they want. They don't. And that is a fucking issue. Because I think a lot of men are just don't want to have that conversation. We'll have the conversation here on YouTube, but you don't want to have the conversation out there in the real world. Because there was one instance where I was saying my standards, and then I had the whole entire family, my cousins, not the whole time frame, but my cousins getting on me because of my standards, this, that, and the third. But yeah, those same male cousins, those same male
Yeah,
cousins were those same male cousins were siding with the women. But then when you go behind the closed doors, they'd be like, man, you kind of right. You kind of right. I'm like, motherfucker, why are you so afraid to talk in front of the damn women then?
shame, guilt, insults, and the need to feel right. They've been bombarded with it their whole lives, bro. You come on, you've seen it. You just gave an example of it. They come back and mumble it to you, but when you was on your spiel and letting the opposite sex members of your family know what you tolerate, what you don't tolerate, it was like you was going up against a whole tsunami of women in the congregation at that time, and you had no backup, no support. But then they want to come to you after the aftermath. You know, you got a point, bro. If you don't get the fuck away from me, you knew what I was saying was right then. You supposed to be right there, shoulder to shoulder with me, quelling they nonsense.
And that is the problem. We do not express our standards. We just accept it. We're accepting a burden, because that's all it really is. It's not a freaking beauty standard. We're accepting your burdens that you're putting on us, women. Because I don't like that shit. I don't like looking at that shit. That shit turns my stomach. That shit turns my stomach that you ballooned up to 300 pounds. And when you were 150 when I met you. It turns my stomach, but I'm just here to accept it. I'm just accepting you for who you are. Or putting up to for who you are. We need to stop it. We need to stop doing that crap. You know what I'm saying? What's up, Mr. Meach?
What's going on,
What's up,
folks?
Big me?
What's up with
Long
y'all?
time no hear from you, bro. You been on the
Man,
hiding list.
bro, I've been popping up from time to time, man. Hey, man, let me tell y'all something, bro. There's a lot of cats
Go
out here,
ahead.
dude. They just want to accept anything as long as they can have something. Do you get what I'm saying? They don't wanna tough out, uh, uh, um, striking out and leaving it alone for a while.
Breaking up. Hello?
Meet you there?
Meach. Meach, you there? He'll be back. But yeah. As far as just wanting something just to have something, that's not a good enough reason to do it. Sometimes as men, we just need to pick up our ball and let's leave. Get the better deal somewhere else. That's what you need to do. He's back. You meet you
All
there?
right, yeah. I got a phone call, man, so it threw things off. Can y'all hear me now?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, man, but it takes some discipline, man, if we gonna get what we want. If they know you don't have any discipline, then there's no holding out. You're not holding out for anything. Do you get what I'm saying? Like you can't. I was telling them you cannot. We've spoiled them when it comes to our lack of standards. And when you spoil somebody, if you spoil a child, you can't be mad at the way they turn out. Do you get what I'm saying? So, and here's the thing too, we got to quit allowing cats to bullshit us and not admit that the chicks they're fucking with on a regular basis are their standard. But if and guess what, hey man, you're okay with what you're okay with, but stop bullshitting and pretending like
Yeah,
it's not.
and that's real talk. You know what I'm saying? If you a dude who like plus size women, that's your thing. That's your thing. We see what it is they afraid of all the mocking and ridicule and the joshing the other men folk go give them. You know that's why they don't see it. I tell them in a minute. I date plus size women and I date normal size women if I want to, but it's my
Uh-huh.
preference. But you know
It's
what?
your preference.
I'm not finna let another man make me feel some type of way because of my choices. All we are saying in this sector is if you making a choice, stick to your guns and just be you. But don't
There you
be
go.
one way over here and another way over there. That's the shit that's pissing dudes off. It means learn how to stand on your square as a man.
Yep,
And they not doing it
absolutely.
because I mean, think about it. Growing up, no, most of them grew up in a women-led, driven household, so they don't know how to stand on those squares.
Exactly.
You better learn how to. Fuck
You
all
better
that shit.
learn how to. You
Look,
better
look,
learn how.
all that shit.
Man,
Okay,
that let the white man run my
all that
damn
shit
brother.
can do this. If you can learn how to stand in your square, your woman, you can shoot her to stand on the square with anything. Like I said,
Dude, I'm gonna tell y'all something, man.
the first person you got to stand in your square with is your own damn mother. If you can't do that, you can't. It's hard for you to be able to check a woman.
This is
That's
what
one of
I
the
do.
first things
What I
y'all
do
gotta
reverse
do.
mind trick on these
Just
chicks.
stand on that over my
I,
lady for
oh,
you.
hey, let me, this is why I do reverse mind check on this. I don't even give ultimatums. I give them a choice and it fucks them up. See, like I said, in situations like this, okay, I let them know I don't deal with girls that's out of shape. You know what I'm saying? She tries to keep out of shape the way she is. Then I exercise my choice to leave. She wonders, why are you leaving? Because I told you I don't deal with out of shape women. So I'm exercising my choice to leave you and stuff. But wait, why are you breaking up with? No, I didn't break up with you. You broke up with me because you decided to stay where you are and stuff. So you know what I'm saying? So you can get free to be who you are. I'm exercising my choice to go find someone else. It fucks them up. I don't give ultimatums. I give them free will choice and stuff. And then they sit and wonder, oh, wait a minute, what? No, I didn't force you to stay overweight. You chose. So I'm choosing to leave. I didn't give you an ultimatum. I gave you a choice. You chose to be this way. I'm choosing to not deal with moo cows. I'm leaving. So you want to be a moo cow? I'm leaving and stuff. Go find yourself someone that's going to deal with moo cows. I don't. We just not right for each other. Let them stay stuck in their own world. Yeah, I don't do no arguing. I don't even. That's not even chasing my point of view. I'm giving free will choice. I'm leaving, and now I'm exercising my choice. She chose. Now I'm choosing. Exactly.
Hey, can y'all hear me?
And that's
You're not,
Yeah, we can hear
you're
you.
not supposed to reject them like that,
All right,
man.
so
That's the
so
thing.
hey, I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna head out because I got to get on this road. I know the signal gonna be shitty. Man, let's check this out. Nobody's gonna stand on your square for you. You got to do that yourself.
mm-hmm.
And if you
Yep.
don't make it known, like Art said, you get what you get. If you're gonna put it, man, they say this. There's something they talk about it in sales. Never pay more than you have to, right?
Exactly.
That's what they say. With anything, never pay more than you have to. So if they don't have to get the same product, why would they? Anybody on here gonna pay $100,000 for a car they can get for 20?
No,
Right?
Nope, no, you should
You
not.
you you exactly. You got to stand. And you know what? But here's the thing, though. You know what our standards are saying, that we're $20,000 cars, brand new, full, all the bells and whistles, $20,000. That's what our standards are saying about it. At least that's what our standards are saying. We think about it. You get what I'm saying? So you're gonna
Exactly.
have to man up, man, because you're gonna complain. Here's the thing: you're gonna complain about it. People got complaints about shit they don't have to put up with. Just don't fucking put up with it, and quit being
Man,
fucking afraid
man,
to to do something else.
man, there are men that put up with 300 pounds on top of them riding.
Dude, 300. But let me tell y'all something, man. I got up to 270 plus. I got over 270 plus recently, and felt unhealthy. And I'm 6'2". I'm a dude, and I'm 6'2". 300, 300. Even on a woman that's LeBron is only 258. Shit, Tyson Fury was sloppy at 277, and he's 6'9".
shit.
Who the fuck is sitting up here dating a 300-pound woman, man? Don't put up with that shit, man. If y'all, and most of, just like AL said earlier, right? Some dudes is cool with it, but most of them ain't. They just put up with it anyway, man. That make you look real fucking weak.
Look, I'll put it to you like this: what if your woman was 120 pounds? You met her. You get married, she's 120 pounds. She
You know
ain't
what
had
it
no
is?
kid. She ain't had no kids yet.
Mm-hmm.
But then she ends up looking like this. No kids yet, but ends up looking. She was 120 pounds, but then ends up looking like this.
You know what
Shouldn't
that
you
is,
say?
Art? That's called
Shouldn't you?
effort
Shouldn't you say something?
and lack of it.
You should say
Hell
something
yeah,
like,
you should have said
"Listen,
something. Wait,
what the
and before
fuck?
she gets there,
Like, yo, you getting big, and you ain't." No, I can understand. Maybe okay, she popped out like 4 or 5 kids or something like that. Okay, all right, whatever. But you ain't had no kids yet, and you got that big. You
dude,
need
let
to
me
put
tell you
down a
something.
fork and then put up some damn weights.
Yo, I
And,
ain't gonna
and the
front.
next
I
fork
don't
and the
even
next
care
fork you
about the
pick up
baby
needs to be
excuse. I
smaller.
don't care how many kids she has. I seen females that have 4 kids and wind up being a skinny model type chick, lost the weight. So having no other kids is no excuse anymore, man. Because I've seen mothers that have 4 kids, 5 kids, and still in shape. So
And
that's
man,
not
let me tell
even a
y'all something, bro.
logical excuse anymore. These chicks choose to not be getting in shape because their husbands is not getting on their asses. They're too damn afraid.
The heaviest woman I've dated, man, was 195, and she was fucking 6'1". Most of these chicks ain't nowhere near 6'1", and they're a whole lot heavier than 195, and that was on her heavier side, right? One and she wore it very well. Most of the chicks walk. Man, don't come over here.
Look, so,
You 5'8",
no,
you my weight. I'm
200 pounds.
260. What the hell you doing my weight? And I'm big. I'm big for a dude, and I'm heavy even for a 6'2" dude. So what the fuck are you doing my weight and heavier? What I'm gonna do with that? What I'm gonna do with a chick that outweigh me? It don't make any sense to me. Unless it's just something I expressly like, you just gonna put up with that shit? Nah, man. My back only holds so much weight. It only holds so much. There's only so much I can do. And like he said, the moment she decided she wanted to go outside and what you willing to deal with, she effectively broke up. She broke that agreement up. She broke that situation up. And
Mm-hmm.
here's the thing: they know. They know. It's not like they don't know. You know good and well you getting big. You ain't finna go from no 120 to that picture that Art just showed and ain't got no idea what's going on. You ain't finna go from 150 to that picture Art just showed. And that looked like a tall chick. She probably 270,
She looked like she
260,
was about 5'9", 5'10", without the heels.
But look, this is the funny thing. While we over here afraid to talk about their weight, they have the audacity to say that they don't want. You got a big chick to say she don't want no big dude.
Exactly. Well,
So how can
Mitchell
she?
said it
How come she can have a standard but you can't?
because black girls rock. That's why.
They need to rock that
Too
damn
many,
weight
too
off.
many dudes put too
You
many.
try to
They
put
know.
a black girl magic spell on you,
Hey,
Art. You have to
there you
follow
go.
They,
under.
they know too many dudes, especially in our community, have no standards. They know they desperate. They know they got that. I like a little junk in my woman's junk in my trunk and all that mess. I like a little meat in her bones. Blah blah blah. Too many dudes.
Look,
And it be those same dudes. Women get a certain amount of pounds and they go have affairs on them behind their back. Most of them live
look,
like homosexuals,
look.
living off us so much, and they know
I
the
tell you
big
like
girls are
this:
the easiest targets.
the junkie in trunk don't mean rolls on your back.
Exactly. Your back ain't
Look,
part of the trunk.
the
What's going
junkie
on, man?
chicks will take that shit and run with that shit because a lot of
Yes,
we
indeed.
like our women to be curvy. But I'm
Mhm.
sorry, there's a difference between curvy and cellulite bitches. Seriously, there's a difference between being curvy and then having nothing but cellulite all over your on your kneecaps.
Damn,
Come
not
on,
on your kneecaps.
you got cellulite on your kneecaps. Like what the fuck? You
Got the collard green cooking elbows and act like you don't. You notice your fat hanging over your elbows. Like you out your goddamn mind. That's not how elbows supposed to look.
got cankles, calf ankles.
Exactly.
Come on, man.
Just like you know better, man. That's the thing, right? But here's the thing, though. Here's the thing. With everything they know, here's the one thing that trumps all of it. They know we know, and we still accept it. So what do you think you're gonna get? Now, it's not about what you want. It's about what you're willing to put up with, because that's what you're gonna get. Like I said, it's the $20,000. Hey, man, if you feel like if you feel like you're a Mercedes Benz and you sell it for $20,000, do you think people go pay? Nobody wants to pay more unless they're a fool, right?
Oh,
And do you really want
oh.
to date that big of a fool?
Mm.
I mean, because that's that. Here's the thing with that. That's a mentality for life. That's not just gonna be a thing with women. The person that typically just puts up with anything like that, they put up with shit like that in life, not just women, right? And you're gonna be a pushover, and she knows it, and she's gonna be turned off by it. Tell you the
Look at
truth.
this, and they're selling this shit to the women too. His big single mother. Really?
His big sick. What in the fuck? Is that a
What the
Magic Mike poster?
fuck?
Get the fuck out of here, man.
No,
Boy, let me tell you
this is what
something.
you are. This is what you're desired. This is the standards. That's what they're telling
Yeah,
them.
yeah.
But
Wait, wait,
but
wait a
see
minute.
but
Show
see
that picture again.
but see that's the but this is the problem. This is the problem. They can put their desires, what they want, their standards on Front Street. You know
Hmm.
how many big chicks I know that say they want a chisel dude, and I'm looking at them like, bitch, you what?
Yeah,
You want a
you,
what?
come on, guys, come on. That white dude going for that heifer right there. Come on.
No, ain't
It-
it
it-
should
it-
be
We all.
any
Oh,
man.
it's the movie,
look.
AB. That's a movie clip to keep them going. It perpetuates the bullshit, though, bro. I
Well,
mean,
here's the thing. Men know. The men know, but they sell the women dreams, and women are willing to pay for the dreams, aren't they? Whether they're gonna get it or not, they're selling that to the women. Now, check this out, though. Let me tell y'all what's so ironic is that the men that they show all this praise to, which is in this country, we're talking about white men, right? They have far higher standards than we do, than we ever have had in this country. And
Mm-mm.
you think the people that you say, quote unquote, we're trying to model ourselves after, right? You think you're gonna get them and you can't even meet our standards? Exactly how does that work? How does that work? You not let me tell you something. If Kobe Bryant at 12 years old admired Michael Jordan, how the fuck you gonna beat Michael Jordan in his prime if you can't beat a 12-year-old Kobe Bryant?
You know what? This is a whole book series about big. This is a whole book series about big women swirling with fit young white dudes. Because I'm seeing all her books, and it's always his big pregnant queen, his
Mm-hmm.
big
Uh,
43-year-old beauty. This is a
uh-huh.
fantasy,
Yes, it is.
but
Wait a
as
minute,
you,
40. Okay, really? Okay. Yeah.
His 40. Hey, B, look how they threw an age in there, though. His 40-year-old, 300-pound single mother of 19 children
hold on,
queen.
let me show this.
I ain't never in my life heard a white dude call a black chick queen, and I've been around a lot of white dudes.
Look, his big pregnant queen, his big
White
43-year-old
Ugh,
beauty.
she ain't even cute in the face.
Meech, white men are not gonna call concubines cute. Come on, cut it out.
They're they're not. They're not, dude. They don't even call. Dude, do you?
His
They got the
big
whole.
sexy
What's
surgeon,
the chick
really?
name? I forget now. The black chick that came up with Me Too that looked like KRS-One.
Ah, you ain't shit. What's her face?
You
Tarana
you
Burke.
you know what I'm talking about though. Tarana
Yeah,
Tarana
Burke. That's
Burke.
what she looked
Toronto
like.
Burr.
KRS-One. Man, dude, stop playing. And then they look. Now check this out. Let me tell you something. You know who I actually clap it up for? Um, uh, Gabrielle Sidibe. I clap it up for her, right? She ain't. I ain't heard her out there talking shit about black dudes. She just went and got
Yeah,
her
that's true. Fair enough.
whoever accepted her. And guess what? That's good. And guess what? You know what's wild? Even after that, y'all ain't heard her out here making comparisons since then, right? She ain't out here talking shit. She went and got. And here's the thing too. Hey, he was cool with her. I can honestly look at her in her case and say, you know what? It wasn't a whole bunch of black dudes even on his level as far as looks go that were probably checking for her like that, which is fine. There might have been a few here and there, but you just gonna happen across them. But look how she handles it. She ain't out here talking shit. But you got chicks out here. They all of this shit they're doing. You know what's crazy? Let me tell you some of the craziest shit you when you think about it. The whole okay, I'm gonna go. I'm not gonna give you what you want. But then when you don't put up with it, I'm gonna go deal with somebody else, and I'm gonna give them what you were asking for. And that other group definitely is asking for even more than you were asking for. And then I'm gonna brag about it when I'm over there. That's crazy as shit. I didn't even ask for as much as they were asking for. But to show me a thing or two, that's your way of you thinking you're gonna show me a thing or two is by doing for them what you won't do for me. Bitch, all that's showing me is that I shouldn't have been fucking with you.
But I tell you
If
what,
that's how you move.
I tell you what though, they're gonna those white guys still gonna hold them to a standard about what they expect,
Fuck yeah.
Oh,
regardless.
Hey, and an even higher standard than they would hold their own women.
It's like if I gotta accept you being big, guess what? You need to excel in these other areas, and I guess what? I bet she
Exactly.
excels.
Exactly.
She ain't
It
complaining doing that laundry. She ain't
hell
complaining
no, she
cooking them
not.
damn meals.
Either that or she paying out the ass.
You know, she
And
Mm-hmm.
let's
paying.
be hundred. I like I said, I give her props, but let's keep it 100. If Gabrielle Sidibe was Gabby from Applebee's, he wouldn't be with her.
Oh hell no.
It is what it is. But guess what though? Maybe she realizes that too. And guess what? Maybe she's fine with it. So what? Right?
Mm-hmm.
I call it, look, man, that's your situation in life. You got to deal with your situation as it is. And you can take the same exact woman, and one woman is 150 and the other is 250, and life is going to be different from them. I don't care if they could be twins living in the same house, same school, same education, same socialization, and everything else. If one is 150, if one is 5'9", 150, and the other is 5'9", 250, they're gonna have two different situations in life. And these chicks know it. Let me let y'all know something. Do y'all know that when we put up with them standards, those chicks actually look at us like something is wrong with us? I want you to picture that. Okay, how about this? Let's picture that one day out the blue, Will Smith, Idris Elba, Morris Chestnut in their prime, LL Cool J, all of them, right? All of these guys, you pop up one day and in their prime, they're with Gabrielle Sidibe. You think women ain't looking at them like what? That don't oh, he must have a lack of confidence or something like that. They know, and they get worse when they see it, just like anybody,
Or
right?
she paying
People
for
look,
him.
or she better be because if she paying for Will Smith, we know she ain't even got Will Smith money. Do you get what I'm saying? That's what she ain't got Will Smith money. She ain't got Idris Elba money or LL Cool J money. Shit, she may well, I mean her stuff been fairly recent, so she might have more money than Morris Chestnut, maybe. But people still looking like because let's be honest, dude, you got to be making substantially more money for a woman if she can pay for you like that, right? Because Morris Chestnut, if he doing $1 million a year, he not going to accept her if she's only doing 1.2 million a year. But it always goes back to this though, man. Is what you put up with. What are your standards? You set your standards. Your
Yep.
standards aren't set by other people. And if it seems like other people are setting your standards, it's because you don't have any standards. And you're just accepting what's coming towards you. No one can set your standards. It's impossible. Because you always have the choice of not accepting something. And let me tell you something. I'll repeat it again. That's why I said this. I'll repeat it again. There's always one thing you can force on anybody, and that's your absence. You can always force your absence on people. Sometimes, hey, you don't know what you got till it's gone, right? And
Hey,
we not even talking about young women. Do y'all understand? We ain't talking about young women here. We talking about 30 and 40-year-old women acting like they don't know how the world works. You know enough. You don't need to know everything. You know enough.
but that's the issue. That's the issue. If we don't, if these men don't tell what their standards are,
Hmm.
the world is going to tell them what they should accept.
Mm-hmm.
But they gotta have standards first, Art. They gotta decide to have fucking standards.
No, they need to
And most,
express. No need to. They have standards. They're just not expressing it. They're just accepting it.
mm,
How many times have we heard men express their standards and they've been shouted down?
right? Yeah, that's true.
True.
They have
That's
a
true.
standard because if you go look at their porn history, they ain't looking up big chicks, BBWs.
Oh, let me tell you. Y'all know something. Y'all know women know that now, right? Even women are saying that. If you want to know what a man's standards are, if you want to know what he like, look at his porn history. Even they're saying it, right? Even they're saying it. And let me tell you something. She looks at your porn history and gets mad, then she knows she's at least currently not fitting what you like. And for a group of people who hate not getting what they want and hate even having to ask for it, they don't even want to ask for what they like, and they'll get mad if they don't get it. So then you have the nerve to get an attitude when I actually ask for what I want. Cause I look at stuff like this, man. Let me tell you something. At the end of, like Art said, it's expressing what you want. I'm not even asking you to be that. I'm telling you this is what I want. What you decide to do with that information is up to you.
Mm-hmm.
It's that simple. Hey, I charge 100,000 for the Mercedes. It's 100,000. Guess what? You can go past, and guess what? Most people go past a Mercedes Benz. Most people ain't never even been to a Mercedes Benz dealership. They already know what to expect over there,
Meech, they
right?
trying to buy them off the used car lots. They can't go to the Mercedes Benz dealership straight off. You know the drill. If they got one that's it's second and third hand.
Mm.
Okay, here's the thing though. AL. Then black men gotta stop putting themselves on those lots. It's fine if she goes to that lot, but if you don't want, if you're not gonna have your standard at those prices, then you need not be on that lot, and you ain't even got to worry about coming across her. Let me tell you something. Women know when a man has standards. It's the way you come off. You know what I mean? Women y'all have probably talked to that were interested in you and didn't say anything because you came across like you might have standards, and she knew she wasn't gonna meet them. They just don't say anything about it, which
Yeah.
is a good thing. That's the way things should happen, right? That's the way dudes do things most of the time. If
Or
he see a
should
chick, he
anyway.
don't. or should, right? Because if a dude, how many times, if a dude look at a chick and he don't think he can get with it, most of the time he's not gonna try, and most of the time, even if he does try, he's gonna accept what her response is. It is what it is. Well, ain't nothing. That's where they came up. Hey, man, you don't know until you try, right? That's where
Mhm.
those kind of sayings come from. You don't know until you try. But hey, good looking anyway. You enjoy your day, and let that be that, man. Let me tell you something. You gotta, especially nowadays, right? The only thing you can do is say, I'm not gonna play the game in that manner. I'll play the game, but not like that. I won't accept that. That doesn't work for me. And if you're gonna play the game like that, then I just won't play that game with you. I'll play a different game. Because believe me, if it's one of the oldest sayings and one of the truest sayings you're gonna hear, it's a big motherfucking ocean. And that ocean is easier to navigate it now. You could jump on the goddamn social media and have some of the greatest conversations. We doing it now,
Black men need to
right?
know that them having a standard is not a bad thing. It's not.
It's not a bad thing. Actually, it's a
You are
great
you are
thing.
you are you should be encouraged to have a standard. You should be encouraged to
Mhm.
express your standard, and you should be encouraged to hold a standard. It is
Right.
not a bad thing to do that, even to your own women. If your woman does not make you happy, it's not up to your standards, then you should be able to express that and say, "No, I'm not doing this. I'm
Hey
not.
man, I'm gonna get
I'm
on
not
out of here,
dating
man. I
you."
gotta get on the road. Y'all take it easy though.
All
Hey
right.
Art, what you
Yes,
just
sir.
said, rebalance what you just said. You should have the highest standards for your own women. I'll leave y'all at that, man. Y'all take it easy.
You too.
Yeah, as you should. Would you got anything to say, AB?
No, well,
Cause you just got up here. I don't know. You ain't talked too much, so cause this live ain't gonna be
yeah.
super long.
Well, just to answer the question, do black men have lower standards? So, well, yeah. Look how they were foaming over Stefco.
Yeah, I talked about her. I didn't understand that either. It's like you guys got some. Y'all will say a supermodel is a damn 5, but then you'll say Steph Curry's a damn 8. Like, make it make
No,
sense.
no, she's not an 8 when she got makeup on. She damn sure ain't an 8 when she don't have makeup on.
Like, make that shit make sense, man. I was like, y'all standards are all over the fucking place. The fuck, man. Like a supermodel, y'all say is a 5, but Steph Curry,
Mm,
just because she may have like a little bit of body on her, you gonna say she's an 8? You are choosing lower standards.
Most dudes they choose from the neck down anyway.
unfortunately,
Well, the thing about it is, you can get a model having that same thing, and they'll still say, "Oh, she ain't it."
yeah.
It seems like we're pre. It seems like we have been conditioned to choose less instead of choosing up. When you move up in life, you're supposed to choose up. I can see if you're a bottom dweller, if that's what you're gonna fuck with. But if you were a man that is making 70, 80, 90, 100 a K a year, why are you dealing with Steph codes? If that's not what your preference is,
Right.
why are you choosing it? That's my thing. You know that's not what you like, but you still choose it anyway. Make that make sense. Because that's the same thing what BGS was talking about the whole Steph Curry situation. He's like, you guys say on one hand, like, this chick is a damn 4 or 5, but then you say Steph Curry's an 8. Like, what's going on? What this 1 plus 1 don't equal 4. What's going on here?
Yeah, bigger struggle.
Shit. They ain't struggle. They damn confused. They ain't nowhere damn hell. I would say Steph Curry's a damn 8. 5 at best. 5 at best.
Yep. That's being generous.
And that's with the makeup on. And if she looks worse than that,
Oh man, BTS showed what she looked like without the makeup. Oof. Oh,
yeah,
the horror.
I have not seen her without the makeup. I just seen her with the
The
makeup.
horror. The horror.
So if she looks that bad, and stop choosing less. You deserve better. That's what I'm saying. Black men deserve better. Stop being garbage men. Shout out Officer on Charles Faulkner.
Woo.
Stop being garbage men of the damn world.
Can y'all hear me?
Yes,
You
sir.
good?
Okay, I was making sure. Yeah, man. This girl I'm messing with now, she been taking initiative for years to lose her own weight. I ain't never pushed her and I ain't never stressed her. But this girl, I watched her transformation, and she does it for herself. This girl, that the only thing she rag on me about is me getting her hot cup of coffee once a day because she's on a coffee diet, a little coffee that she drinks, hot coffee every day to try to shed that weight. And I've seen it, and I've watched it, and it works. But you know, she takes it upon herself because she wants better for herself, and I ain't mad at her for it.
Hey, if it works. It works.
It's the ones that you gonna take me how I am, and this is it. You like this juicy? I'm like, look, bro, look, man. You got this. You want a man to look like this. You want a man to have that. You want a man to do this, that, and the third. A man try to make one or two demands and you lose your mind. I don't make no demands. Look at here. If I don't see the actions working, I'm like, hey, I give you as much energy as you give me. That's the rule of law I work by.
Yep.
Yeah.
But hey, black men, we gotta do better about our standards. That's what I gotta say. We can't be out here trying to date semi trucks. We can't over here dating them green haired bandits.
Damn, that's
Purple,
green-haired bandits.
shit. They rock the rainbow bright colors down here in Texas, homeboy.
I
All
can't
day.
do. I can't do that. No, sir. I may can deal with a wig or weave or something like that, but you start rocking that damn multicolored bullshit, like nah, nope. And even if you do wear a wig, I'm gonna try to convince your ass to go natural. Every chick I dealt,
I'll take a bald chick.
every chick that I dealt with, I convinced them to go natural.
Yeah, I'll take
What
a
you say,
bald chick
Arthur?
before I take some of these heifers with wigs.
I say he go put the ultimatum to him. Get right or get left, goddamn it.
Nah, I ain't
Yes,
got time.
sir.
Why I gotta suffer? Why should I be the one suffering this relationship? Fuck that. Nah, we ain't. I'm not suffering. Listen, you are fucking up. You need to fix it, or I'm gone. And don't be afraid to leave.
Vote with your feet.
What was that one sign? What's the saying in the movie? Don't get into something that you're not willing to walk away from.
Yep.
In 5 minutes or less. If you can get into a relationship, you sure enough get out of it.
Yes, sir.
You aren't afraid to get into it. Don't be afraid to get out of it. Especially if it's not going the way that you need to go. Because trust and believe, if it ain't going the way she wants to go, she's not trying to work it out with you. She's not trying to compromise with you. She's trying to leave that motherfucker. As soon as something don't happen, oh, I'm out. And don't give a fuck about you. So why the fuck should you care?
Exactly.
Yeah, kind of mesmerized by last night's emergency stream Charles had to put out. I never thought in a million years that you have women in our sector supposedly on code with us. All of a sudden, You know, they on this self-sabotage shit because a man is trying to start his own, have his own, and be about his own and not be a part of the corporate system no more. He done broke free and you got all this undermining and back talking and this and the third. One of them, I never thought, but like you said, AB, you've been seeing that from afar and reading those tea leaves for a minute. So you know, but that one took me by surprise. Charles Willie took me absolutely by surprise with that shit. I was like, but then when you know shit started coming out, and you say, oh, well, she got dismissed from the Black Manosphere with the masculine mercenaries by Angry Man and whatnot, and this, that, and the third. I was like, oh, okay, she got some bitter feelings she trying to get at. That's all it sounds like to me. She's upset. But you don't take it out on men who's trying to feed you. Your space is feel rejected, but ain't no need to mess with good solid dudes who ain't never crossed you not one day in your life.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But then secretly, AB, I think she got a hard on for Charles and don't know how to come. It just might be her way of trying to get his attention, but that wasn't it. That is not how you go about getting attention of a man.
Well,
at all.
well,
Yeah, that's what it is.
Well, me personally, I think a lot of these chicks that were in the manosphere, they didn't really believe in the message. They said they did, but they didn't, because a lot of them, they were like, yeah, I get it. But then once they don't be around the space for a minute, they go back, revert back to the same old stuff. So it wasn't in them. It really wasn't. So as far as that's concerned, yeah. So water seeks its own level. So it is what it is. Now that you know, act accordingly.
Yep. Yeah. May have felt different in my 20s, but now that I'm older, you know, I'm indifferent when the chick's not on my not on my program.
Just hold your stance.
Okay, go. There's the door. I ain't forcing nobody.
If she's not up to your beauty standards, then say, hey, no, I'm not accepting you. Start accepting women that's not up to your beauty standards.
Mm-hmm.
And be willing to let these women know two things off the rip when they're acting like. If they're being disobedient and disrespectful, tell them that. And I've been doing it all this week when I've been encountering women who's talking at the side of their necks and trying to overtalk me and the third. Or you putting logic, ration, and reason in their face, and they still coming back with the old shame and tactic tropes and this and that, shame, insults, guilt, and need to feel right, need to be right. Man, before I hung up on one who I was in a group conversation, I told her, I said, look, you disrespectful, you disobedient. I say, Roger told you wouldn't accept the fact Roger told you after this point in your life that you haven't accomplished what you accomplished. We in the Black Manosphere labeling you as a loser. You don't want that title. Well, okay, here's a title for you. You're gonna be a spinster. What's a spinster? Why are you calling me a spinster? I said, ma'am, go look it up. You're gonna be a spinster. You're a spinster right now. You're just a young middle-aged spinster.
Now, AL, you don't hurt their feelings. Oh, wait, I take that back. Do hurt their feelings.
Yeah, I guess she looked it up. And she looked it up on the fly and realized that's what I was calling. Oh, you calling me a Spencer? Oh, wait a minute. Bitch, we can watch y'all call each other bitches all day long in public. No, we actually give you labels and titles that you carrying that you must own. You don't want no man. If you want a man, you want him under your conditions, terms, regulations, and rules, which ain't no man go by it. No real man. Any man with sense go wake up and say, I got to leave you. And then when we got to say in Texas, you talking reckless in Texas, mean you talking at the side of your neck all the time. That's being disrespectful and you being disobedient. You have to follow. Just like man has to follow somebody's rules and regulations, you have to follow your man's rules and regulations. And if you
Yep.
don't, there will be consequences and repercussions.
Every single time. Have your standards.
Yeah, no more calling them strags and flightless effigy birds and this and that. Man, they're spinsters, man. They're gonna be spinsters. Just like a white woman hates to be called a cunt licker, or a white man hates to be called a cocksucker. They don't like to be called spinsters. But guess what? If you wearing the title, you wearing the shirt, shit, we gonna make sure it sticks and stays on you. How you gonna be in your 30s, in your 40s, and you never been married at all? Not trying to get married. If you trying to get married, it's on your terms. Look at here. The only thing you control access to, shout out to BGS, is your sex, your vajayjay. What's in between your legs? The access you give it. We control access to that last name. And one of them the other day tried to, well, what if I don't want your last name? See, that's being disobedient.
Okay.
And that's being disrespectful. See, ain't no man finna tolerate that.
Okay, you don't want my
Ain't no
last name.
man.
That's fine. There's the door. I don't care nothing about you don't not wanting my last name. Thanks for telling me. Next.
Tried to tell me, AB, well, we're in the hyphenating. I said, no, you in the being by yourself. And any man who allows you to hyphenate your last name, that's a blue pill man in my book anyway. He's just happy to get along and go along. Look at here. Ain't no goddamn way I'm gonna let you keep your last name with my name, and I'm taking you to be my wife. I mean, you under my authority, my rule now. I got to protect you. I got to lead. I got to provide provision, procreation, foresight, system, order, instruction. You think I'm gonna have that knowing you rocking? That gives you an option to teeter-totter back and forth if you want to. You're not gonna have it.
And and if you accept that, you get what you get.
Yep. Say, Art, you gonna do a policy tonight?
Yeah, I'm still gonna do the live stream tonight. I'm gonna go ahead and get because I gotta get me something to eat. But any last words, guys?
Yeah, raise your standards. I'm working on something. That's why I'm real quiet.
It's all good. All right, guys. Yeah, appreciate you coming up.
Peace out.
All right, fellas, that's gonna be the hour for this talk. I'm gonna start doing these a little bit more, just an hour talks, and like I said, I'm gonna have notifications that let you guys know. Still gonna do the Saturday night hangout tonight at 10:30 Eastern Standard Time, and tomorrow I'm gonna put out the video I should have put out Tuesday about freedom is not enough. So look out for those two. But without any further ado, I'm gonna be out. But yeah, man, just y'all just raise y'all fucking standards, man. Especially black man. Come on, man. Stop accepting something that you're not willing to accept. Stop accepting women. If you don't like weave, stop accepting women with weave. If you don't like women with blue hair, stop accepting women with blue hair. You're the one that has to hold your own standard. Stop accepting fives or stop accepting threes or fours just because. Like, you don't want a 3, you don't want a 4, you don't want a big woman. You don't have to. Just raise your standards. That's it. And the only reason why we tell women to lower their standards is because they're unrealistic. The average dude can get an average chick. I'm not saying raise your standards to be an 8 or a 9, but they got to be a little bit higher than what we've been picking. They have to be. That's all I'm saying. Without any further ado, I'm out, guys. I'll see you guys later on today. Deuces.